So privileged to be here. Jeez. 2.5 black people in the crowd. This will be a good night. All my jokes are going to go right over their heads. No offense. I hope someone's taken. So yeah, I wore this shirt on purpose. It says T-Rex hates push-ups, but I wore it because my girlfriend gave it to me, so I thought it'd be cool to wear. But my wife didn't like that too much, so I'm single now for the 2 ladies that are here. Just keep it that way.
I had to get it out.
But everybody has this problem with T-Rexes, but I think they're hilarious because think about it, I'd be an angry T-Rex too. If you grew up in middle school and high school and you couldn't do anything, you couldn't give any high fives, you couldn't do any push-ups because your head hit the floor first, couldn't climb anything, every time you went to a birthday party, they put a party hat on you, but you couldn't take it off. It'd be horrible. And then every time you went out, your friends had to pay for you because you couldn't reach your wallet. It'd be horrible. So I'd start eating people too if I was a T-Rex at some point. Horrible. So lately I've noticed a trend with, everybody wants to be semi-politically correct, which I think is an oxymoron. But everybody has started to change their terminology because of all this racism going on. So with all this racism, they started changing terms and everything. Nothing's black anymore. You're not black anymore, you're urban. You got urban comedy, you got urban pop, you got urban hip hop, you got everything urban. And if you're not urban, you're ethnic. You know what the definition of ethnic is? Not white. You're either urban, white, or ethnic. There's only 3 choices that you get in life. Every time you go out, you want to hang out at the bar, you try to hook up with a chick if there's more than 2 here, so that way go over here to the country club, you got more options, I guess. But you always want to hook up. You buy them a couple of drinks, you want to go hook up. The problem is that these days you want to get parking lot sex. That's the best way to have sex these days. You want to have some parking lot sex. How many years have parking lot sex? And don't lie. The 2 girls aren't paying attention. They don't want to admit it. But everybody's here had parking lot sex. Even the guy in the back raised his hand. He's not even paying attention. You want to have parking lot sex. This is the reason. Is you want to have parking lot sex. Because you got her drunk, you got her in the mood, and she wants it, you want to do it before you get her home. Because if you get her home, it's not going to happen. You get her home, she's got an excuse, something like, I don't know, I need to walk my dog, my husband's home, or I'm sober. Just do it while you're here. You're in the parking lot, you're drunk, just go ahead and put it in. Just go ahead and put it in. I promise you won't regret it. With that, sex has gotten really weird lately with, you got all these different categories of women. So you got these big titted women, you got these little titted women. Big titted women always get all the attention because they're just out there. You want to see the nip slits, you want to see the side boob, you got all kinds of other things that just turn you on. What about the small titted women? What do they get out of all this? So I coined a new term for all these small titted women. If any of them happen to be here, you guys can use this. You should try what's called a sternum boat. You got 2 women. You got one on your left, one on your right. The one on the right has these big old double D's, 48 double D's, just beautiful big boobs. The girl on your left, she's got these nice little small training bra A cups. Obviously, you want the one on the right, but what if she doesn't want to put it on? So you go over there and you sternum boat the shit out of her. You just put your face in it when you motorboat her, right? So what about the girl on the left? What do? You can't just do that to her. You have to sternum boat her. You headbutt the shit out of that sternum and women will love that. You can't motorboat a girl with A's. So start sternum boating them, so that way they feel kind of even. You can motorboat her, but sternum boat her friend, so that way they feel even. I promise you you'll get, I can't promise you'll get laid, but you'll at least get attention if you blow on her sternum. She'll love it. So they got all these reality shows lately that I think it's crap. I don't think reality TV is real. It's crapality, is what I call it. I love watching Gordon Ramsay, analyze people. With all these reality shows, what would you have if it was a reality show that had to do with porn? To be in this reality show, alright, you have it The Bachelor meets Hell's Kitchen, and you have to audition to be in a porn. But Gordon Ramsay is still a judge. What would that kind of be like? Where you're walking up and he's like, I'm sorry, but that vagina just tasted completely dreadful. You cannot be in my pornography, you know. That would be crazy. What would his reaction be? Excuse me, sir, but you did not penetrate that far enough. That's not even close to wet. We're not going to accept that here in Hell's Pornography. You know, what would Gordon Ramsay be like in a porn? Think about it as a reality. So, my friend, I got a couple of friends, believe it or not, just 1 or 200. One of them swears to me that he is now a part-time cop, which to me means he's a security guard. He's sitting in a parking lot somewhere with a flashlight and a taser, waiting for somebody to fuck up, which is never going to happen. So what do you do when you're a security guard, sitting there waiting for somebody to fuck up? He has a crush on this girl that doesn't even know he exists, but for some reason he has a pair of her underwear hanging from his rearview mirror there. And so what he does is he has his little speed radar. Hey, welcome to Small World. Waiting for them to, you know, he's masturbating, he's got his little speed radar set up there, and he's just going out, he's just trying to see how fast he can get. But his taser's in his pocket. He's getting all excited, he's just going at it. He's just so excited. But then what happens is right before he gets ready to get over, taser, bam, hits him in the pocket. You get tased while you're masturbating? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? It could be one of the coolest things that ever happened to you in your entire life, or the shittiest. That means either you just nutted further than you ever have in your entire life, or you just passed out while you're masturbating. I don't know which one's better. To close out on here, I've read a couple of my friends, you know, one of my good friends died recently, and I was reading obituaries, and it's really interesting to read obituaries. What would your obituaries say? What would you want to die as? I think that one of the coolest things that I could do is if I had an obituary where I was motorboating somebody and I died, because the obituary would read, you know, something like, died by titty. Because you only get a couple of words as the headline. That would be one of the best ways to die, as long as you're fucking and you got her titties in your face, you motorboat her, and they're just suffocating you, but you don't want to stop because you're an idiot and you know you're going to pass out. You just got these big old titties in your face. Death by titty. Best obituary ever. Hey, I'm Billy. I need you guys to stay safe, not sober.